Jon Bernthal has been talking about the Punisher special that he's doing with Disney Plus, which is gonna kind of run alongside Daredevil Born Again season 2. Obviously, we know he's co-writing it, and it's something that he believes in. And he says, "Look, it's a story that he wants. He wants to tell. He thinks the fans are gonna want to see it." And he says, "Look, it won't be Punisher-lite. It's not gonna be a toned down version of the Punisher." And I think, after watching these first 2 episodes of Born Again, I think we can believe him when he says that. But look, what I think he means by Punisher-lite is, in Punisher season 1 and 2, he never really was the Punisher. Obviously, he's Frank Castle, he's the Punisher, but he wasn't doing Punisher things. The first one was like, I gotta find who killed my family, kind of like an origin of the Punisher, continuation of Daredevil season 2. And then the second one was just dealing with John Pilgrim and Billy Russo again. And then he kind of only really embraces being the Punisher right at the end of season 2 when he, guns down that gang. Well, both them gangs. So, Jon Bernthal always says he's most proud of the stuff he did in Daredevil, which I think everyone agree with. That's the best Punisher stuff we've seen, where he is tracking them gangs down, just going gang to gang, killing them all. So that's the exciting stuff. Now, Kyle, what do you interpret this as? He's saying it won't be Punisher-lite. It's going to be full-on Punisher Max, some might say. What do you think we're going to get in this special? Just throw it out there. What do you think we'll see?
I mean, there's a lot they can do, and they're probably going to want to do something to help them stand out. I can't imagine they're just going to do Punisher, big bad Punisher, doing taking on justice and using guns and stuff. I'd love to see them go in and be a bit more comic book-y with the character. I'd go out with a bit more flair, if you will. Add something to him, because I love the Punisher character and I love Jon Bernthal as the Punisher, and I know you're saying that he's most proud of the stuff he did in the Daredevil show. Really, that stuff in the Daredevil show is the best of this version of Punisher. Not to say the season 1 and season 2 of his own show weren't great. Season 1 was pretty good. Season 2 was just kind of lackluster, I'd say. It's watchable and you can get some enjoyment out of it. There is some alright bits in there, but it kind of felt like it was on a bit of a decline. Not so much as say like Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, which had a terrible first season, but we won't get into that. I've always said, though, ever since this was announced, that, this is probably the best way to do it. Just give them a nice one-off special, delve into something deep here, give us some good action, because, we've seen the tragedy of the Punisher already. It's kind of been fleshed out, I think, in Daredevil. They could probably flesh something else out with the character, something new, something different. I'm just glad that this character is sticking around. I'm glad that they're not doing the typical thing of, right, let's make a show on this character because people want more Punisher. Let's give them something, a bit more contained, a bit more, not chopped down necessarily. It's more quality over quantity, shall we say. That's the route that they're taking this character.
Definitely. Look, I love Frank Castle as a character, but I kind of want to see not Frank over, the death of his wife and children, because he never gets over that. But I want to see him have his mission now, his life mission now, which is, I'm just going to make sure these people aren't around to hurt anyone ever again, and anyone who is going to hurt anyone ever, ever, they're going to die. That's got to be Frank's mission. And I think we're going to see that in this special. When I was asking you, I was like, what do you want to see? I kind of thought to myself, what do I want to see a little bit in this Punisher thing? And I just got greedy, man. And I'm thinking a 45-minute one shot just him going through like a fucking warehouse or something. Just
Do you know what?
obviously with character moments in between that.
You know what? You got me thinking there. I think it would be very cool to see the Punisher just do something like yeah, what's that? Oh, I forgot. I've not seen the film, but I've heard nothing but good things about him. It's an action film. It's is it Tower Raid or something
The
like that?
raid.
The
Yeah.
Raid. That's it. Yeah, yeah. I'd love them to do something like that, but Punisher style, or something with the sort of
So
the Path of Dread, where it's like
let's take it
Carl
back to
Urban's Dread
topic one,
film.
which I think they're
Topic
going to be
one,
doing.
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which we think they're going to be doing with Hawkeye. Do that with
Do it with
Punisher as well.
Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I'd love to see. It's just an easy, interesting story. It's like very easy to tell. It's like main character stuck here, has to get here, enemies in the way, can't get out that way, needs to go straight through the enemies, and there's no better person to go straight through the enemies than Frank Castle.
Another thing they could do though, Callum, as well, is take a note out of John Wick. Especially towards when the end of the second John Wick film, it kind of kicks off this manhunt for John Wick, like a worldwide hunt. Obviously, maybe not to that scale, but maybe just have Frank Castle be in New York. I don't know, he's escaped out of some sort of gang and they're chasing after him
Yeah,
through the city. They're ruthless. They've got a bit more high tech. He like takes that on board and he's just kind of pushing through and trying to get where he needs to go. Or I can't see him trying to run necessarily like John Wick would.
Frank don't run.
Frank don't run. Frank probably maybe runs, gets some more guns, and then runs back in. That's the way I see it. But yeah, I'm definitely up for that. I hope that they do it justice, and I hope it pans out well because, like I say,
They're
Jon
good.
Bernthal is great.
They're gonna do it justice, and I know that simply because Jon Bernthal involved in the writing process. This man wouldn't put his name to it if he didn't believe in it. He said he wouldn't come back for the sake of coming back. So clearly, they're working on something good here. Like I've said this a million times. If there's anyone I believe in Hollywood, and the one that say something, I believe it is Jon Bernthal. So yeah,
Hell yeah.
definitely. I can't wait for this. And I think it's going to be fucking brilliant. Oh, yeah.
Oh, was I supposed to end it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Bye.